All right, so today's piece is the Three Preludes from 1985 by Lawrence Crane. These are piano pieces, a little bit of a different font than some of his other handwritten scores. Maybe he even drew the staves for these. Um, and this is, out of all the piano pieces of his we've looked at, this is the first one with like meticulous pedal markings. You can see it's very aesthetic the way it looks on the page. It's very pleasant to look at. As far as I know, this is kind of like his Opus 1, at least for piano pieces. And we can see some of the features of um, his style, like use of repeats for short sections of music, and ostinatos, little like simple chord progressions, and simple melodies, either just a single note melody or in octaves. So London, July 1985. These ones, I never printed them out or practiced them because they looked a little bit trickier to play. And I just didn't, a lot of his older stuff I didn't see as compelling as his later stuff. Um, but yeah, let's see what these are like here. The Michael Finney recordings are on YouTube, at least at the time of recording this. Um, yeah, all three of them. So I'll put links to those in the video description, and I'll see you all in uh, 7 or 8 minutes, I think. Nice. So these are really charming, I think. They're accessible in ways that his later piano pieces really aren't. Like, I think they're just, like, I could show these to pretty much any audience and they would find them accessible. I could, if I was trying to get an undergraduate student into Lawrence Crane, I'd probably show them this first. Um, and yeah, probably the most similar thing I could think of is like Satie's Gymnopédie, which I think I've mentioned in other Lawrence Crane episodes, but that's sort of the vibe, is that the melodies are like extremely simple and the chord progressions are repetitive. Um, I think the third one was my favorite. Um, the second one was probably the weakest because it didn't have much of a melody. It's just a chord progression thing. Um, it's really fun to see how things are laid out on the page. I think, yeah, Crane is one of those composers who he's not like trying to fit his music to a page. He's like written the whole piece either in his mind or as a sketch, and then he's finding the cleanest way to notate it on the page. Very like not over notated, but lots of notation things going on that you wouldn't see in his later pieces, like these dynamic swells, um, and obviously the pedal marking. So yeah, this concludes our exploration of Lawrence Crane's music, which we've been doing reverse chronologically. Um, and yeah, if you want to listen through all of it, I think we've just been looking at mostly the Michael Finney recordings, like today, and also the organist Carson Kuhlman has recorded all of them, and posted them to YouTube. So that's sort of been our source material. I don't know if these pieces get performed a lot. I don't really know what their performance history looks like, but I think it could be a really compelling program to like play a bunch of Lawrence Crane pieces. Um, and there's a lot of music here, like in terms of minutes. Um, so you could put on a whole evening of it. for sure. Tomorrow we're going to be looking at For Bonita Marcus by Morton Feldman. How long is that piece? It's a 1 hour. It's a 1 to 1.5 hour piece, so not too bad. And then after that, we should get into some George Crumb again, and that'll be our third Crumb piece, maybe the start of the George Crumb playlist or founding of it.